Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for the NBA slate on Tuesday, January the 3rd. Now we do have a really small slate today. It's only a 3-game slate, so I think this is definitely a day it makes sense to play a little bit lighter. There's not a ton to love on the board right now. It's obviously a smaller board since we only have 3 games, but I'm still going to share 2 picks in this video. Did find 2 picks that I liked. Taking a first look at the board around 12 o'clock Eastern time when I'm making this video. It is Taco Tuesday, so as you can see, Prizepicks, they do have a discounted projection up right now for Jaylen Brown's points, discounted from 26.5 to 22.5. That'll be available, I think, until 3:30 Eastern time, and then Prizepicks will add another taco, probably for like a different sport. But that's something you could take advantage of if you're not playing on Prizepicks yet. They do this every Tuesday. They do Taco Tuesday where they have like discounted projections on certain players. If you want to play that, over on Jaylen Brown's points, you can play that. Pair that with the 2 picks I give out in this video. But if you guys are not signed up for Prizepicks yet, get signed up over there. Use promo code NOAH when you do sign up, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. Also, if you enjoy these Prizepicks videos, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you guys want more Prizepicks plays from me, I do provide those over on Patreon. You can check that out, linked down below in the description. Unfortunately, yesterday on YouTube, the 2 picks we gave out, we did not hit our 2-pick entry. We hit 1 pick, but we missed the other. We did cash on the over on LeBron's points, took that over 31.5. LeBron had a really good game and a really good matchup. Like that spot a lot for him. Unfortunately, we did not hit the over on LaMelo Ball's points, rebounds, assists. He came up just short. We needed 39 from him, and he finished with 37. He got off to a really slow start. I think he had like 11 or 12 points, rebounds, assists at halftime, but he really cranked it on in the second half. Unfortunately, though, just kind of ran out of time, just didn't get there, and that was super annoying. But we did hit all 4 of our Patreon plays yesterday. And again, guys, if you want more Prizepicks plays from me, I do provide those over on Patreon. Give a full write-up for each play I provide over there. Cashed all 4 of our Patreon plays yesterday. Hopefully, we can have another good day on Patreon today. Probably going to be a lighter day for me. Only probably going to give out a few picks on Patreon. But anything else I see that I like, I will post over there. Check that out if you are interested. But talking through the 2 picks that I like for this Tuesday slate, they're both going to be points props. And the first guy that I want to talk about is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 28.5 points. I do like the over here, and I know it's kind of a tougher matchup against the Celtics. The Celtics are a pretty strong defensive team. Their defense is definitely getting better, and it's going to continue to improve with Robert Williams back. I do want to mention, though, that Robert Williams is questionable for today. And, if Robert Williams does get ruled out, I think that's a little bit, small boost for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What's, something I like about this prop, though, for one, the odds on this play are really good. If you take a look at DraftKings Sportsbook, the over on 28.5 points for SGA is currently minus 140. So we're getting some pretty good odds on this play. Anytime you can find a prop that's got like minus 135, minus 140 odds or better or higher, those are usually always going to be good bets on Prizepicks, because obviously on Prizepicks, you don't lay juice. It's a fixed payout. You just pick 2 picks. You get 3 extra money if you hit both those 2 picks. It doesn't matter what the 2 picks are. It's all a fixed payout. So trying to find plays that have better odds are usually going to be advantageous on Prizepicks. And this is a play that does have some pretty good odds right now. Minus 140 on the over, 28.5 points for SGA. You look at SGA's usage this season, drives per game. I mean, he's just been playing at an elite level. He's averaging like over 30 points per game. I know he's gone over this line in a large majority of his games this season. They have already faced the Celtics once this year. I think he did have 37 points against Boston. Again, Boston's not like the best matchup, but SGA did pretty well against them earlier this year. We know he's going to get the volume. He's going to get the usage. So far this season, in terms of usage rate, I mean, SGA has one of the highest usage rates in the league. He's got the 6th highest usage rate in the entire NBA, only behind Joel Embiid, Giannis, Luka, John Morant, and Trae Young. 32.1% usage rate for SGA. And then I mentioned his drives per game. He's actually leading the league in drives per game this season. He's driving to the basket a ton. He's getting to the foul line. He's getting fouled a ton. He's actually leading the league in free throws attempted per game as well. So we know that SGA is going to take a ton of shots. He's going to drive to the basket. He's going to get fouled. The only thing you worry about here is blowout potential. Anytime the Thunder are facing a good team, there's always a chance they get blown out. But I think one thing that's nice is that the Thunder are playing at home here. I usually feel a little bit better about the underdog being able to keep the game competitive if they're playing at home. If this game was being played in Boston, I would definitely be worried about blowout. I think playing at home with the home crowd on their side, I think OKC can keep this game close enough to where SGA does play his full minutes. And he's been playing huge minutes this season. In games that are competitive, he's playing like 36, 37, 38 minutes. Last time they faced Boston, I believe it was a competitive game, and SGA played, let's see, He played, 36 minutes, had 37 points. So I like this prop over 28.5 points for SGA. I know the matchup's a little bit tougher, but I'm fine banking on a elite player that, elite scoring talent like SGA, and especially when we're getting some good odds on this play as well. That's another benefit, another plus, I would say. So that's the first pick that I like for today. And then to pair that, to round out our 2-pick entry, want to go down to De'Aaron Fox. His points prop is currently sitting at 24.5. And I like this over as well. We saw these teams just play pretty recently. I think it was on Friday. Unfortunately, Fox came up just short of his points prop that game. He finished with 24, so he lost by the hook. But there's a few reasons I like this prop, and this is another prop that has good odds right now, because if you look on DraftKings Sportsbook, they currently have his points prop set at 25.5, and it's slightly favoring the over, so it's minus 120 on the over, 25.5 points for De'Aaron Fox. So given that his prop on DK is sitting at 25.5, you might see Prizepicks bump this to 25.5 at some point. If they do bump it up to 25.5, I think it's still okay to play. But I do like getting it at 24.5. You get a little bit of value there. And when you look at this matchup for De'Aaron Fox, the Jazz, they've been a team we've looked to target a ton this season with like centers. I know centers have had a lot of good games against Utah. Utah's really struggled to rebound. They give up a lot of points in the paint. They've also really struggled against point guards this year. They're giving up a ton of points per game to point guards. If you look at where they rank in terms of points per game allowed, fourth most points per game to the point guard position is Utah. They're allowing. And when you look at De'Aaron Fox, his usage rate kind of similar to SGA. We know that Fox is going to have really good usage. He's going to play big minutes. He's going to take a ton of shots. He also, can get a lot of points in the paint. That's where Utah does struggle. Fox is another guy that drives to the basket a lot. He has, this floater that he likes to do when he gets in the paint, and he's really good at scoring that way. And I think this is a matchup that he can definitely have success in. This is a game that has a really high over-under, really high total here. Of the 3 games today, this game does have the highest total, 242.5 total here, and it's a 3-point spread. So this is another game, that should be competitive. Of the 3 games today, I would say this is the one, the Utah-Sacramento game is the most likely game to be a competitive game. It's most likely game to be the high scoring game as well. But even the OKC-Boston game has a really high total too, 233.5 total there. 9-point spread is a little bit worrisome in that one, but as I mentioned earlier, I think with OKC playing at home, I think that makes it a little bit more likely that game does stay competitive as well. But we should definitely get a competitive game in Utah-Sacramento. It should be a high-scoring game as well. And one thing I want to mention is right now for Sacramento, both Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter are questionable. Now, we don't really have any word on if they're going to play or not. I don't know if DraftKings is assuming that they're going to be out, so that's why they bumped up Fox's points prop. I'm not exactly sure. But if you take a look at Fox's usage this season, so on the season he's got a 28.7% usage rate, which leads the team. Per 36, he's averaged around 26 points per 36, 25.7 points per 36. If you take a look at his numbers this season without Malik Monk and without Kevin Huerter, now it's a really, really small sample, so I don't want to look too much into it, but in the 27 minutes that he's played without Monk and without Huerter, 34.2% usage rate for De'Aaron Fox, and per 36, he's averaging 38.6 points. I mean, it's a small sample, but I think clearly Fox gets a boost in terms of his scoring output if one of it or both of Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter get ruled out. I mean, both those guys can score. Huerter's a really good 3-point shooter. He can score. Malik Monk's had a really good year coming off the bench for Sacramento. He's a guy that can score as well. So taking those guys off the floor just opens up more usage for potentially a guy like De'Aaron Fox to soak up. So this 24.5 points prop I like quite a bit. And if one of or both of Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter get ruled out, I would like this points prop even more. And there's a chance that Prizepicks would bump it if those guys were to get ruled out. So that's what I like as our 2 pick for today, guys. SGA over 28.5 points, De'Aaron Fox over 24.5 points. These are 2 picks I liked, kind of taking a first look at the board right now. I'm going to have a few more picks posted on Patreon for today. Probably not many, though. Probably just maybe 2 more picks I'll share over on Patreon. It kind of depends on what's available, what I see that I like. But if you guys want to check out the Patreon, if you want to get more Prizepicks plays from me, that's always linked down below in the description. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, appreciate you watching. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, if you guys are new to Prizepicks, check them out. Sign up with my promo code NOAH. You will get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. But good luck tonight, guys. Thanks for watching the video. As always, hope you guys enjoy your Tuesday night. Hopefully we can all make some money tonight. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.